Welcome everyone to Make the Most of Your Burl. This is a fun session that I really love, where I'm going to be sharing with you the things I've learned over the last 30 years or so about cutting burls and making them display their best on the form I'm working on. So I'll talk about what you find inside of a burl, how to maybe cut it for different shapes of pieces, and then I'm going to be making a bowl and show how I cut a burl and orient the natural edge so that it's to my liking. So what you probably know me for is lidded vessels with finials, and they're almost always made of burl, sometimes natural edge. I also like to do these long-stemmed goblets, and this is a lot like the bowl we're going to make today without the long stem. Natural edge vessels with or without a finial, another thing that I really like. And I love to make boxes. So boxes out of burl or other things, and with or without finials. So what I'm going to make today is a piece like this one. Here it is. So this is maple burl, and I'm going to show you how I get the natural edge oriented the way I want it, and then also I'll show you how I do the coloring technique here and the finish I like to use on a colored piece where I want it to look as though it might be made out of polished stone or blown glass. And I'm just going to remove some waste here with my 1/2-inch bowl gouge. I'm kind of creating a bowl shape because I know that's all going to be extra wood. Making my bowl shape. I can also at this point decide whether my blank is deeper than it needs to be. And I might feel that way. We're going to take a measurement here in a minute. And there's, again, no shame in cutting the piece of wood. I would have rather save it by doing that cut on the bandsaw so I could make some inlays. But sometimes I end up having to do it here. I'm making a chuck tenon, and I'm also making a foot on the bottom of the bowl right now. The design I have has a foot that's 3/8 of an inch, 10 millimeters tall approximately. So we're going to make the foot a little taller. So I'm really just getting the middle out of here now. Some argument could be made for drilling a depth hole here. I guess I'm drilling a depth hole with my gouge, going as straight in as I can. A long way to go and a lot of wood to remove. This would be a whole lot easier if it was not so dry. I'm not worried yet about making a great finish on the inside wall, but I'm going to get there. Now I'm going to go just part way in. Let's get that great big wall out of there. That's a lot better. Now when I do that entry at the rim, the more speed I have, the easier it is. I'm also going to go for a sharp gouge if I think I need it. And as I go deeper, leaving the little step, and we're going to go for, I'm thinking about 1/4 to 3/16 wall. And I'm going to get down to the bottom now. Now I have my bottom depth. I'm using a 40-40 gouge here. And the 40-40 grind, or I should say the 40-degree bevel angle, will go down the side of the bowl, but then it'll get to a point, and I'm getting there quickly, where the handle will hit on the rim as I come around the corner. And the 60 will go down and the handle won't hit. Gently picking up the cut and continuing on down the wall. I couldn't go straight across the bottom like this with a 40-degree bevel angle because the handle would be hitting or the bevel would not be rubbing. Remember, the middle depth is about where I want it, so I don't want to be making it any deeper right now. I just want to come right across and finish right about there. So now we're going to do some color. Okay, I've got a plan here for a color scheme. I'm going to start with the blue, and it ends up being kind of a navy because of the black that it's going over the top of. We're going to have blue, aqua, green, and yellow at the rim. So there's my bowl, all nicely done, and I sure did have fun. And I hope you're inspired now to take that burl that's been sitting there and just go make something out of it.